So I'd like to share with you the lessons from my latest quarantine. And they're as follows. If you have the right, or depending on your viewpoint, wrong type of doctor, all you need to do is go to call your doctor. Say, "Doc, this morning I woke up with a fever." And then your doc will go, "Oh, we should come in." And then you go in. And then they'll take your test before you get in. And you won't have a fever. But they'll go, "Well, you're here to see the doctor, go see the doctor." And then you go to the doctor and you say, "This morning I had a fever, doc. Chills. Oh, headache, it was awful. A little cough." And then the doctor will go, "Well, you don't have a fever now, but we should probably send you for a COVID test and put you in quarantine." And then you go, "Oh, shucks." And then you go home, and then you just sit at home for however long it takes to just go take your test and fucking come up negative. Here's the kicker. I found out that the money, the 2 weeks, like paid vacation that everybody gets for the CARES Act thing, that isn't for if you get COVID. That's for just if you're in quarantine for any fucking reason. So everybody has 2 weeks of paid vacation, paid for by the taxpayer. Yeah, you have to be okay with fucking the taxpayer over for this shit to work. But you know, who isn't now? And yeah, you go, "I got the sniffles," and then the doctor goes, and then they send you for a fucking COVID test, and then you can just sit at home on taxpayer money for up to 2 weeks. This is retarded. This is like, dude, that is what I have learned. If you have the wrong type of doctor that is just way too freaky out about whatever, then they're gonna send you to the fucking COVID test. I got a flu shot. I woke up in the morning, took my temperature. It was 100 something, 100 point something. Right? Then I called off work because I had a fever, and I'm like, well, I'm not allowed to go to work if I have a fever. If I go to work and they test me and I got a fever, they're just send me home. And they're going to tell me to go to the doctor. So I was like, well, okay, go in. Call the doctor. Called the doctor. Went in. No fever. Like, I tested myself 3 times. I tested myself early in the morning, like way in the morning when I woke up and I felt like shit and I was like, oh no, this isn't the bed. I tested myself when my alarm went off to get me to get ready to go to work. And I tested myself a couple hours before I went to the doctor. And twice I had a fever. Before I went to the doctor, I did not. When I went to the doctor, did not. Doctor tested me, did not. Nothing. Nothing. No symptoms. Nothing. I had nothing when I was there. Nothing. And they put me on taxpayer vacation. This is now day 3 of taxpayer vacation. And I'm trying to get a note so I can go back to work. Well, you know, your resident isn't here today. I really need to get like a doctor that's there all the time. Your resident isn't here today, so we'll see if we can get one of the other residents to sign you out. And I'm like, well, how soon can I get this letter? And they're like, how soon do you need it? I'm like, well, I would like to go back to work tomorrow, please. Can I get it today? And they're like, we'll see what we can do. So I might go on 4 days of taxpayer-paid vacation for nothing, for a flu shot that made me a little bit sick the next morning. By the next afternoon, it's fine. Like, I kind of got fucked into this. I'm not trying to fuck the system. You know what I mean? If I was trying to fuck the system, I have coronavirus still. Fuck no, man. I want to go to work. I like to go to work. I like my job. It's fun. I like the people I work with. They're fun. I've been sitting around the house 5 days straight again. I mean, at least this time I'm, well enough that I can play video games, do whatever the fuck I want, enjoy myself. But fuck, this is still, I feel like ridiculous. Sitting here for nothing. Like, it's one thing if I go, I'm gonna take a vacation for a couple of days, take a week off, so I just sit around in my ass and play video games. That happens from time to time. There are times where I'm like, I just want to take some time off to sit around and play video games. And if I have vacation time, awesome. But when I'm sick, I'm sick. And I'm out because I'm sick, and that's the reason I'm out. And if you want to try and fuck her, he's just pretending. Fuck you. The only time I ever call off is because it's necessary. That's it. Now, I feel like I'm fucking cheating. I feel like I'm taking time off work and letting everything at work that I have to deal with get backed up and fucking over all my other fucking coworkers because they have to pull up my slack now for 3 fucking business days straight. And here I sit, fit as a fiddle, just like, dude. And the fact that I'm getting taxpayer money just pisses me off that much more because this is utterly fucking unnecessary. But at the same time, this isn't my fault. I'm not going to just take the fucking hit because my doctor's an ass. Or one of my many doctors is an ass. So, yeah, like, this is dumb. I really wonder how many people were perfectly well and decided they wanted a free vacation on our dime. I really wonder. I really, really wonder. So, there you go. This is the lesson I've learned from my second quarantine. If you're a shithead and you just decide you want to fucking take time off, just fuck other people, then hey, just I got a fever, and then everybody will keep you at home. Again, like anytime the government wants to do something that I see as being easily manipulatable, I'm like, yeah, it's probably a bad idea. Continuing to be living proof as to why.